Getty Images. Wilson Warren Buffett said in his annual letter the practice of managing portfolio risk using a specified ratio of bonds to stocks is flawed. The Berkshire Hathaway chief argues a diversified portfolio of equities progressively becomes less risky than bonds over an extended period. Warren Buffett wants to dispel a common investing myth. In his most recent annual letter, the billionaire investor and Berkshire Hathaway chief says investors who measure the risk of their portfolios using a ratio of stocks to bonds are doing it all wrong. It's a practice that's more common than you might think, and Buffett counts pension funds, college endowments, and savings-minded individuals among the parties most likely to make such a mistake. Buffett's skepticism around the strategy stems from his view a diversified portfolio of equities progressively becomes less risky than bonds over extended periods of time. He wonders why, if bonds aren't necessarily safer, an investor forced themselves to own a certain number of them. It is a terrible mistake for investors with long-term horizons to measure their investment risk by their portfolio's ratio of bonds to stocks, Buffett wrote in the February 24 letter. Often, high-grade bonds in an investment portfolio increase its risk. Purportedly risk-free, long-term bonds in 2012 were a far riskier investment than a long-term investment in common stocks, he continued. At that time, even a 1% annual rate of inflation between 2012 and 2017 would have decreased the purchasing power of the government bond he sold. Buffett's stocks versus bonds argument is perhaps even more relevant right now because the traditional inverse relationship between the two asset classes has deteriorated. Long-term treasuries have been rising along with stocks, derailing traditional ideas of diversification. Business Insider will be covering the letter on Saturday. Follow our coverage here.